Welcome to action step number 2 and step number 1. Action step number 2 for confident body appreciation. Who you are, your manifesto, your brain, affirmations, identity, and inventory of your current wealth. Now, let's go through a session to create your mantra, motto, manifesto. This is where you will go through a session with pen in hand and listen as you create your dream life outcome. It is like a manifesto that a country or company makes to know what they would like and what they do not like. That is session number 4, mantra, motto, manifesto in your confident body appreciation program. It is vital to repeatedly program your auto mind with your effort mind in the morning and night and as often as possible throughout the day. So after you go through that session where you are walked through how to create your mantra, motto, manifesto, you will repeat it over and over and over again. Because remember, before you go through progression, you must apply repetition and implementation. Repetition and then implementation and then progression. Progression after repetition and implementation. It's so vital to put in the reps because consistency creates competence and competence creates confidence. The reason why the morning and the night is vital is because of the repetition to program, number 1, and number 2, because in the morning and night you are more programmable. You have a different brainwave state. Being sleepy is when your effort mind is not so awake and is less prone to argue past limitations. You can learn more about the brainwave states and the science of this in a special session I have created for you, which is session number 5, brainwave state change meditation. And you will create a list number 4 before you do that to create, write, and read often your motto, mantra, manifesto. There is a separate assessment or assignment, for list number 4 to create, write, and read often your motto, mantra, manifesto. Preferably every morning and night, and as many times as you can in between that until it really becomes your reality. Assessment number 2 is your focus power. So this is just a really short assessment on a few questions about your current brainwave state. It's important to reassess yourself. That's the point of the assessment, is to take your assessment and do this every month or every quarter or twice a year, at very least once a year, so you could see your amazing improvement and how much better life is getting. You have begun the science and art of transmuting negative self-talk to positive self-talk. You are in the process of transforming anxiety and depression to excitement and expression. Your trauma will turn into triumph treasures. Developing positive, progressive self-talk and rewriting your story begins now with the breathing, affirmation, meditation, which is session number 6, the breathing, meditation, affirmation. And you will be able to watch that in a separate session than this here. And you will understand the science of affirmation and why they're vital in a separate session. List number 5 is write, read, and record your breathing affirmation meditation. So write it down, read it, and actually record it so you could hear it yourself over and over again. This will change over time. You will also rewrite and re record and reread this breathing affirmation meditation along with most of your lists. They will change over time. We have been harnessing what I consider to be the most important principle, the principle of identity: be, do, have. You must change who you think you are to change what you do. This will change what you have. Being is your identity, which is your mindset. Doing is the activity, which is your skill set. Having is the property, which is your tool set. Session number 7 will go over the principle of identity. And included with that, right after, is the 4S solution to create your identity. You may have already viewed this pre session, yet it is important to watch all of these sessions more than once. As I said, first you have completion and then repetition before progression. Okay, so you complete it, repetition, and then implementation, and then progression. It's very important to repeat a lot of this framework here because you have repeated a lot of what you've been programmed with over time, over and over and over again. Think about how many times you've listened to one song over and over again before it was committed to memory. And then you just sing it naturally when it comes on. That is the point of this. So you could sing your new identity naturally. Take inventory of your current wealth and perceived limitations. Transform your limitations with words of power and mental movies. Words of power will give you clarity and control of how your words influence your behavior. Session number 8 is taking inventory of your current wealth. And you will enjoy that in a separate session and be able to actually make a list of your current wealth. That is list number 6. Make a list of your current wealth. It's really the sickness or health hypnosis. When we start to identify healthy reducers, increasers, and multipliers and gain massive clarity on what is causing sickness or health in your daily life. You have made your pain point list and your pleasure point list to start your momentum. Now you're going to take inventory of your current wealth and perceived limitations. Transform your limitations with words of power and mental movies. But first, create that list of your current wealth. And you could do that in your health journey journal. This can be family, friends, things, health, hope, and your character traits, values, and virtues. The key to this step of action is that we don't do things to get things, we do things to become a greater person. We get things to do things. Let me say that one more time. The key of this step of action is that we don't do things to get things, we get things to do things. Right? Everything we attain is to be able to do more, and when we're doing more, we're becoming more. We're becoming the person we wish to become. We do things to become greater. You are absolutely amazing. Really, take this time right now to celebrate yourself, the victory of you taking action to be a better person towards your dream goal and your dream life, to become that dream person that could do those dream actions. You're one step away from generational health, to be able to give your children the legacy of health, give your family, your friends the legacy of health, because it's influential, right? Just like people are influencing you, Now you're going to start influencing other people to become so much greater instead of influencing them to have more ultra refined foods or be sedentary. You're going to start influencing people to do more, and it all starts with what you think and then with what you say. And then that will change what you do. You are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Give yourself a round of applause for being that person that takes action. Congratulations.